Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Je utpati sthiti laya kare vedo stuti uchare, Jenaro masuchidra ma anusama brahmanda koti phare. Maya kad ravi sasi suragano agnyana lopekshana, eva akshardhamna adhipati Sri Swami Narayana. जनि अमृतवाणी तो वही रही साक्षात महिमा रूपे, जनि ब्राह्मी स्थिति अहोलिन करे सुभव्य अक्षर पदे। शरणागत निज अल्प जीव सहुना श्रेयार्थ तत्पर रहे, काका स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य विभुने हयो तो वंदन करे। सजानंद स्वामी महाराज नी जय, सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपों नी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप काका जी महाराज, पप्पा जी महाराज, स्नेहल सिंधु दिव्य बंधु शताब्दी पर्व महोत्सव नी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप हरिप्रसाद स्वामी महाराज आत्मीय युवा महोत्सव नी जय जय जय। प्रगट ब्रह्म स्वरूप जस भाई साहेब सर्व सुरदम पर्व महोत्सव नी जय जय जय। सद्गुरुदेव की जय जय जय। आज के आनंद की जय जय जय। सर्वे गुणातीत स्वरूपोनी जय जय जय. So this last Friday we had celebrated Bhagaji Maharaj and Sahib Dada's birthday also. But Sahib Dada's birthday was coming on Monday, on Dhudeti, and this was the very nice occasion, and we could not be there in India, so we are celebrating here today. Sahib Dada and I have a first meeting, not direct to direct, but indirect meeting in 1961. That is like some 53 years ago. I was studying in college in Vidyanagar, in the first year of college, science, in BVM. No, apne Sardar Patel. VPM. Vallabhbhai ke Vittalbhai Patel. Vittalbhai Patel Mahavidyalaya. And I saw Sahib, with a nice chanlo and curly hair and smiley face, And he was doing probably his PhD, during that time, in 61, 62 times. And I come from this Swaminarayan group. So whoever I see with a chanlo, I have a natural affinity, natural liking, Even in my engineering school, there was one devotee of Swaminarayan who was in our engineering college, And he did not prepare well in his exam paper. So he was sitting next to me and says, I have not prepared this thing, Can you pass your answer book to me in exam? And, if you are caught, you can be in trouble, right? But because I saw chanlo on his forehead, I said, okay, take it. Because, Swaminarayan Bhagavan will give us more credits, right? He will be very pleased. So I saw Sahib with that Chanlo, and I remember Sahib from that day. And to date, I still remember that incident. It looks very clear to me, even today. Then the next meeting was in America in 1973. That Sahib Dada came to Elkhart when I was operated for appendix operation with Kakaji and Harshad Bhai Bhatt. Our Praful Bhai Rawal, he brought, from airport, Kakaji Sahib and Harshad Bhai Bhatt, because I was in the bed, So then we had more frequent meetings, and then when we moved from Elkhart to Chicago, then, it became more solid and more, closer, And Sahib Dada has very positive, outlook. He was always, for the mission of Shastriji Maharaj and Yogi Ji Maharaj, the Akshar Purushottam Upasana, to make everybody understand what is the worship of God and the devotee, So that Upasana was always, explained by Sahib, many times, in our meetings. Then Sahib used to come at our Waukegan home, and he would stay with us, with Bhayo and others, Benobi, yeah. So that way, we were very close. And then with Kakaji, Sahib was from 1961 or 62, or maybe 63, I guess, Sahib, Yogi Ji Maharaj told Kakaji to work in Vidyanagar to build a Chhatralaya, the hostel for the college students who come, who are, Swaminarayan devotees' sons and, children. So build a hostel for them, so that it can be a good facility. And Kakaji was collecting the donation and land and all that, and Sahib was joined with, that mission, And Sahib would be taking care of Kakaji, in their hostel rooms. And Kakaji was always on the focus to please Yogi Ji Maharaj, and Sahib was at that time, having a separate room as a mandir out of their rooms in their hostel, and they were doing all this bhajan and other, activities, And when Kakaji would come there, Kakaji would give them very high level of understanding and all these nice qualities, and that became, a very valuable thing, in Sahib's life, And then in 1965, there was a 75th birthday celebration to be planned in 1966. So they had planned that in Nadiyad, that they were going to do that. So Sahib Dada wanted to have that in Vidyanagar, where they were studying. So Sahib Dada asked Kakaji, that how can we have the 75th birthday celebration in Vidyanagar? So then Kakaji told that you talk to Pramukh Swami and, make the change. If they change, then it would be fine. So Sahib Dada talked to Pramukh Swami, and Pramukh Swami says we have to talk to Yogi Bapa. So then Kakaji went with Yogi Bapa, to make this request. So Sahib Dada went with 8 brothers, and made a request that we want to have that celebration, Amrut Parva Mahotsav, in Vidyanagar. So Bapa, out of his, uh, action, he said that, who told you that to do it in Vidyanagar? So he says, Pramukh Swami. Sahib Dada says, Pramukh Swami has said that. So Yogi Bapa says, I have not said that. Pramukh Swami has said, but I have not approved it. So Sahib Dada says, what can we do so that you can approve it? So Yogi Bapa says that if all of you 8 brothers decide to become a sadhu, then I will approve. You want to take the oath of saints, then I will approve. That was Bapa's, main goal, to make everybody sadhu, And some of them were married, They had children also among these 8 brothers. And Kakaji was there also, So Sahib looked at Kakaji's face, that this is a big surprise, And Sahib was also married, So Kakaji says, just nodded his head and gave a signal that say yes. Then Sahib says, yes, we will become sadhu. And Yogi Baba was so happy and so pleased, And then they made that function, and that function was the turning point to separate ourselves from the group, In 1966, that's when we got separated. By that time, this hostel was already built by 2-3 years of effort and work, and Sahib was staying in the hostel with all these 8 brothers, And then when this thing happened, the note came from the upper management that they have to vacate the hostel. Now when they were building the hostel, Kakaji in his pravachan would tell that what is the best way of understanding that we have Bapa as in our heart. So Kakaji would say that we have built this hostel with all this our blood, sweat and tears. But if Bapa says that you vacate this hostel, then we should vacate with a happy face, And Sahib was saying that this can never happen, Why Kakaji is using this kind of just out of context statements, But then when that happened, Sahib remembered that Kakaji had a far vision, He knew what was going to happen, And Sahib says that we just vacated the hostel, with no other place to go, no other, destination, no address, And at that time, Papaji had started this Byanuj ashram, with some 51 Byanu, I think, And Kakaji told Sahib that you really love me and you follow my command, my agnya, but now I am telling you to be with Papaji, and be in the service of Papaji, And then Sahib stayed there, and there was a bungalow available for them, and then they moved into, another bungalow, and then they started a business, adhesive business on Kakaji and Papaji's, sankalp. And then it grew very nice, very prosperous. It was to the point that every month, they were making so much profit that they can buy the Mercedes, from the business, And then, it just grew. And today, Sahib has so many other activities, Like Ratima Sahib explained very nicely about Dhari Mandir, That in Dhari Mandir, it is the birthplace of Yogi Ji Maharaj. And Sahib said that Kakaji and Papaji and us have been out from the group because of the ladies. So we want to build a hostel for the ladies that they can get graduation, bachelor's degrees, in arts and commerce and other things. So that was built, and it is such a positive, college, that they say that in most of the colleges in India, when there is an exam going on, the government sends a special group to check on the students that they don't do, chori, stealing from each other's exam books. But government has given the exception to the Dhari college that they don't have to send anybody there. They are so disciplined, they are so honest, and they are getting very high grades, Even though Dhari being very, small town and small village with limited resources, but those students are really doing great, in that area, So this is all the blessings of Yogi Ji Maharaj and Kakaji, that is working. And today, Sahib's birthday is coming, next year as 75th birthday, But today, we are praying, Sahib, that he gives us his kind of positive thinking, his kind of really smiley face, that we all live that way and we all enjoy our whole journey to become Brahmarup. Back in 1991, our Kusum auntie and Amy also went to Vidyanagar to study there, And Sahib Dada and, Beno, they really supported a lot. And being there for 1 year, she picked up a lot of good things, from the college and, our Indian culture, So, everybody has, this same kind of, relations and rapport with the Gunatit Satpurush. And we want to be in the company of Gunatit Satpurush, because today in that message that we were reading in the morning, that we are very fortunate that we have a company of such Gunatit Satpurush. And we want to just consider ourselves very fortunate and very lucky, આપણે આપણી જાતને જેટલા નસીબદાર માનીશું કે આવો આપણને સરસ સત્સંગ મળ્યો, આવો સરસ ગુણાતીત સમાજ મળ્યો, તો આપણે બ્રહ્મરૂપના રસ્તા ઉપર જલ્દીથી આગળ વધી જઈ શકીશું. જૂના છીએ, નવા છીએ, એની સાથે કોઈ રિલેશનશિપ નથી. There is no bar that whether we are newcomers or we are the old comers, It all depends on how much open and sincere we are with the Gunatit Swarups. Sometimes I see our Indiraben and Navin Bhai, they have come only about 2 years ago, maybe? Yeah, about 2 years ago, Yeah, in May it would be 2 years, But they are very dedicated, they are very interested in this. And at their home also they are doing dhun. Constantly they are doing dhun at home, And they have their own experience also that their problems have been solved, And that makes them feeling better, કે ભાઈ આ સત્સંગની અંદર પણ કંઈક ભગવાનની શક્તિ કામ કરે છે, આપણી પાસે પ્રભુ છે, પ્રભુનું બળ લઈને જીવવું છે. Normally we live with the intellect. We use our talent to solve the problems. Then even higher level is that we use somebody's influence. કોઈની ઓળખાણ હોય તો બી પ્રોબ્લેમ સોલ્વ થઈ જાય. And then even higher than that is the prayer, If we sincerely do the prayer, dhun, then no matter how bad is a problem gets solved, So we want to use this technique. We want to apply these techniques and get confidence within ourselves કે ખરેખર પ્રાર્થના પ્રભુને પહોંચે છે. So on this day, Sahib is also saying, કે ખરેખર એવી દિલની સચ્ચાઈથી કરેલી પ્રાર્થના હોય તો પ્રભુને જરૂર પહોંચે જ છે. God always listens to our sincere prayers. So on this day, Yogi Baba has blessed Sahib, that you are from the time of Gunatitanand Swami. And there were 80 such elevated Brahma Vidyas, masters, experts in the Gunatitanand Swami's times. And you have come again and they will come to you, Yogi Baba says. You don't have to, go out and look for them. They will come to you, and you will again elevate them to the higher level. And Sahib Dada is doing that. He is going all different places, He has been in London, he has been in America, in Australia, in Canada, in other, countries also, And lot of aspirants and elevated, souls are coming, in contact. So we are all very happy and positive and, praying to Sahib, that he can bless us here also in our group and give us the right guidance and inspiration. Sajanand Swami Maharaj ni Jai, Jai, Jai. Ajay.